Mindful Bay, Calling Rain, and I'm gonna like switch out the names. Basically, my channel name is Calling Rain, but you can I also am gonna be going as Mindful Bay. Just because I feel like that is what I made to actually place this channel as. I just feel like it's made to actually be within the channel of some sort because I keep saying it. The name is Calling Rain, but I keep wanting to basically say Mindful Bay, so we are going to leave that as, the channel because I do still feel connected to that name. However, Mindful Bay is basically a big part of it because this is a big part of basically my mind space, the downloads I get, typically, within my mind that I go through when I'm listening to other things. Like, I can be listening to something and be thinking about something totally different, or get like a whole download from what somebody else just said. So I'll veer off into like my own my own messages basically, which I think is really cool. So sorry if you can hear my air conditioner. It has been hot as hell. But also cold as hell. Like, the weather don't know what I want to do. So maybe y'all live in a state like I do, where the weather is like all over the place, and you've been surrounded by people who have been getting sick. Because I was over my best friend's house the other day, and my goddaughter is sick. So and it broke my heart so bad, like, to see that. So maybe, you're sick, and the people surrounding you are feeling like this, or maybe you're surrounded by people who you love and you care about, and you're seeing them sick within the weather, or maybe you're just experiencing just different like variances of weather, and you're just trying to go with the range of emotions as I am. I even feel like I'm starting to get a little bit sick because I'm not a person that likes to be hot, so I'll be putting on, I'll be under air typically, or I put on a fan. But we getting off topic a little bit. I was hearing, as I was listening to something, I kept hearing "Never Lose Me" by Flo Milli, I believe. I think that's the name of it. It's like, never ever it's like me in life, and never it's like me in life. Yeah, and I kept hearing specifically he feeling me. Wait, he feeling me up. He feeling Amelia Pucci, feeling good, bitch, I'm Gucci. Fly to Asia, he feeding me sushi. I kept hearing that part in my head. It kept playing over and over for me. So maybe you're coming out of a point in your life. Here she goes. She want to make an entrance as well. You see how you keep getting these distractions? So maybe you're like me. You're trying to get to a time point in your life, and you're trying to basically manifest and place yourself into your life where, you feel like you want to be in a place where where you're surrounded by people who are on your same mindset, on your same goal mind, who have similar goals to you, who are talking about and trying to do the things that you are trying to do, okay? Maybe you're trying to surround yourself with like-minded people. Maybe you're on a point where basically in relationships, you're expanding, and you place that person or the people that you've had past aside. Maybe you're no longer responding to your exes. Maybe you're no longer giving in to situations, because I had this situation just recently, and it kind of made me think about, when I was listening to this reading, when I heard that, it kind of made me think about what basically I was just talking about with these two guys that I was talking to. So pretty much my ex, I was just talking about, he was trying to entice me yet again. So maybe you've had a situation with your ex. Maybe you've had a situation where you basically have been separated with them, but you ended up, she wants to play so bad. But yeah, maybe you have children who you are thinking about and who you think for, that have caused you to basically be more thoughtful, and have caused you to realize basically your self-worth, and why you, and has caused basically this reasoning as to why you're no longer accepting mediocrity, pretty much breadcrumbs from your ex. So as I was saying, I had this situation with my ex where, not even my ex honestly, because we weren't even anything. I was accepting breadcrumbs, pretty much, because that's what I feel like the situation was. It was a situationship where I was okay with it, but he came back lying, and that's what kind of pisses me off, and trying to manipulate me, and I noticed that. And once I noticed that, I decided to cease all contact after I got what I wanted, which was what I wanted. Anyway, that's on a different story. That's not for y'all. But maybe you've had a situation basically where you realize your self-worth, and you're no longer going back to basically dealing with the same old things or accepting the same old things with your ex, and maybe they've noticed that, and they try to entice you with something more, because that's what he tried to do. He tried to entice me with basically what he knew I liked, at different stages and different time points, like when he noticed that I wasn't basically accepting the breadcrumbs, when I wasn't accepting the mediocrity, when I wasn't accepting of it, when I wasn't as involved with him, and when I wasn't as, shut up, Rebecca, please, oh my god. And maybe that's confirmation, because she just came over here talking up storms, and she has been very talkative lately, especially around this time. Like, she's been so talkative. I feel like our connection has been heightened, because now I kind of intuitively know what she wants, which 9 times out of 10 is attention, but sometimes things do go wrong, obviously, and I know that, but 9 times out of 10, a girl wants attention. Yeah. So, anyway. So yeah, maybe you have noticed that, and maybe you just are not accepting of it, because maybe you feel like it's too late. Like, maybe you feel like because of the standard that you set forth in this relationship, and because they're not providing you anything new within the relationship besides, like, I guess I'll say fancier breadcrumbs. Maybe they had panko, the plain kind. Okay, they would give you the plain kind of breadcrumbs. Maybe they've upgraded now to Italian breadcrumbs. So they got a little fancy on you, but it's really not about shit. Okay, pretty much. It's not about a damn thing. So maybe you know that. You better stop. Do you see how she fighting me? Maybe you guys have fought on what's happened. Maybe it really came to maybe it came to some tension, because it has come to a little bit of tension. I feel like we both are pretty passive signs, so the tension is not going to ever get that thick. Though I will say, with the sign that I'm thinking of, I have gotten into spats, a lot of spats with it before, because we typically can be passionate people, but so maybe y'all have gotten into spats and stuff before, and you just have been trying to keep it cool so that it doesn't get ugly, or maybe it has gotten ugly in the past, in this past situation. You know, maybe it's coming to the point of getting ugly in the future because, you know, y'all are being passive aggressive. You know, you never know what the future holds. But if you feel the tension, and you still don't have this person blocked or anything, and they still have a hold on you, and you just come to the point, you know yourself, and you just know that you're gonna come to the point of basically, you know, blowing up. Maybe you should just block them. Maybe you should just block them. Maybe you should just block them. Okay. Or maybe you should just, you know, try to come to a point of saying what you feel and being upfront about it, because sometimes that's what it takes. And if they want to lie to you and play with you still, guess what you could do? You can hang up that phone and block them, girl. You don't have to accept that. You don't even have to contact them right now. Honestly, you can just block them right now. Honestly, if you don't already have them blocked, you can just block them. You don't have to accept mediocrity. You don't have to accept being taken advantage of. You don't have to accept being manipulated, because that's a lot of what basically is happening. Manipulation. And you don't have to accept that. It's up to you what you basically decide you want to do. And honestly, if y'all have both been manipulating each other, I feel like y'all both have come to a point where now, where maybe you just have noticed that, you know, you no longer want to be in a even if it's not a relationship, you don't want to be in a relationship where basically that's all it's about. You know, you trying to get the upper hand on somebody. Who has time to keep doing that? That's so childish. So maybe you're learning that, you know, you've come from a childish time point in your life, and you're maturing and you're growing and you're healing, because obviously that takes basically something, you know, within yourself that you've healed. So maybe you're getting to that time point, and maybe you've already come to a point where you're attracting suitors who basically know and realize that you have these streaks, and you're in this time point in your life. Because I also, you know, had been on the phone with this guy, and I was angry one day, and I had got into it with him, whatever. And I got into it with him because he was lying, you know, and that seems to be a categoric time point in I feel like a lot of women's lives. And you see how they're trying to hold me back by making me fucking stutter, because that's what I feel like happens. People are trying to hold back basically what I'm saying. So maybe you have people in your life who are lying and trying to manipulate you in order for you to do what they want you to do, because that's what's happening a lot. And so it's up to you to realize that. 1313, I don't know what that means. But let me see. But yeah, we'll see later, because if I exit out of there, it's gonna take me off. But I'll leave it in the description. But yeah. So maybe you have a lot of people who basically have realized that you're no longer susceptible, or you're no longer accepting and glossing over their lies. Maybe you're being more upfront and more stead forward in basically what you want out of life, and how and who you're going to accept within your life. What they're going to basically bring to the table towards you, and you're no longer accepting them asking you. You're no longer accepting people basically telling you that you're not the star within the relationship, and whatever the relationship is. It's up to you. You decide what you want to do, and you decide who you want to do it with. And this goes for male and female. It doesn't have to just be for the ladies, okay? Sometimes you'll notice that, you know, this could be for male or female. Sometimes you may notice Women, you know what? He not doing what I want him to do. And that may sound a little selfish, but it doesn't the saying go, men marry who they can and women marry who wants them? Or is it men marry who they want? And yeah, that's what it is. Men marry who they want and women marry who they can. Okay, so why can't basically women decide, you know what? If this is the person I'm gonna have to basically make the decision to marry one day, I don't want him. I don't want him. I don't want him. Because he's not gonna be even caring enough, compassionate enough for me in the long run. Because right now I'm basically providing 75% of the relationship and he's providing 25 and I'm just accepting it. Why the hell would you do that? And that's what I told the other man up front. See, the mistake you make the first time, you try not to make it again, because you don't want to go through the same cycles over and over. I believe it's important for you to basically, especially women and men, it really doesn't matter to me. It's important for you to basically tell your partner what you want from them and what you expect from them up front, because you don't want to get into something and you realize that online you're like, damn, you know, we didn't discuss this and now we're already in this situation and I'm starting to realize I really like your ass, because our values and stuff don't change. I don't really think this relationship is gonna last, you know. And I'm not saying it's gonna always. Oh, okay, this bitch is weird. Anyway, see, this is what I'm talking about. Maybe you got people watching you and you don't even realize, because my cat just literally jumped in her cat carrier that she hates, literally just to stand there and watch me. So maybe you have people watching you really don't even realize. But yeah. But yes, it's important to basically know your worth. Know that nobody's gonna love you if you don't love your damn self. Nobody's gonna put forth your values and what you basically, your worth and what you're valued, especially if you don't know your value. It's very rare, I'll say. Because there are some people who do and know your value before you even do. And some people, when they see that, they do good. And some people, when they see that, they do bad. It really depends on the person. But it's up to you to discern that. So, happy hunting. I don't know why I just got the fucking feeling to say that. Maybe y'all don't want to hunt. Maybe y'all are starting this dating life. But yes, happy hunting. Don't be afraid to basically stand forth, especially as a woman, because like I said, we live in a society where women are basically, I actually forget as a woman, fuck all of that. Just don't forget to basically set forth and know your worth. Within any regard, honestly. Forget just as a woman, honestly. Because some men, honestly, also get taken advantage of. If you like to spend money, that's fine. Find a woman who likes to spend your money, but also likes you enough to say, you know what? Let me make sure you're doing good financially. You okay? You okay? I want to spend the whole. I want to spend the whole thing. I can spend some. I'm gonna spend it back. Some type of bitch, I'm gonna spend it back. But I'm not gonna try to spend your whole check. now, okay? So make sure she has some compassion and some leniency with you. You know, don't just go spending your whole bag just to try to impress this woman. And women, don't go giving away everything, you know, providing, you know, sex whenever that man wants it, spending your money basically, you know, on a man. Ooh, girl. Ooh, that's something else too. That's a motherfucker humbling experience. I feel like it's for both, like both parts. Like it's a humbling experience to spend money on somebody and realize that, you know, basically they view you as just like a trick. Like, because what else do you view me as? Because, like, think about it logically. Like, if you come to a person and every time you come to that person, and this is on man or woman, because that happens both ways, honestly. I've seen it. If you come to a person and they're always lacking and you need to provide something for them to be whole, but when it comes to you, you basically can never come to them for anything, they think you're a trick. Like, pretty much. Like, they think you're a trick. So, if you don't want to be a trick, don't. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be a trick, okay? And if you do want to be a trick, like, if you do, and I won't even say be a trick, like, if you just value people and you show people that you love them by providing gifts and spending money, loving on them, shit, if you just show by physical touch, like, you don't have to, you know, be stingy with the next person. You know, just be more perceptive to them first, you know, and fill them out before you do stuff like that, I'll say. But yeah, that's it. I'll see y'all later. Bye.